Usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens in Baltimore, Maryland. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Navy midshipmen, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Army Black Knights. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Army Black Knights offense will start this game off. The midshipmen able to pull out a hotly contested game the last time these two met.
And most of these games in this series are so phenomenal. The offenses are carbon copies of each other. They look identical. They know what each other is going to do. Great game last year. Navy finished on top.
It really just comes down, I think, to attention to detail.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Black Knights racing to the line in a hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27th. And the Black Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The give to the left side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Black Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not many on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Off play action. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Black Knights, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. He was thinking.
Let's go. Give me that shit.
They were able to stop him short of the end zone.
Think about it. Is that what you want to do?
The defense, it's their
Damn it.
first of the half. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive.
Damn it.
Keep feeding him the football.
Good shit. Make him work.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
All right, now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off the defense, catch posts, and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Navy quick to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man. It's Frazier. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field to score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism, but also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll run the toss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets the give. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Look out, he's got room. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. The Black Knights are in the hurry-up. Third and short, the power run here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Black Knights will line it up on first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. On the move, it's Sticky. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in the first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. On the move. And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
I think both defenses are expecting to have a lot of fun in these conditions, right, guys? It is snowing. They know it's going to be really hard for these players to hold on to the football, so they're trying to make tackles, but they're also trying to scoop and score in this one because at any given time, someone can put the ball on the ground.
There he goes. Touchdown, Army! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes. Rodgers threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game and the Mids blew them out.
And since that first blowout, obviously this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport, this is it right here.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Give to the big fullback. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Now they're going to throw it.
Oh, my God.
13th time he's done that this year. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up plays, but
I don't know what that was. I guess they were just.
They've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
We can't block, we can't catch, we can't throw, we can't tackle.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. And Navy. Back on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Fast wide receivers, like 84 speed.
They got to put points on the board right here.
Cut into this
deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive.
Keep fighting.
They've got to throw it down the field. They've got to score points.
Shit out of my ass. He ain't got no receivers.
From the wide receiver. A design run for the quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost it.
And the misconnection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down and run. They'll immediately call timeout. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Black Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got an open man. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the field goal unit is on the field. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Black Knights will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Got blown out in the 1st half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. It just needs one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in, the defense locked and loaded, understand what they're trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't. A costly turnover on that.
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
And listen, obviously, in this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the right.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Black Knights with the 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Well, it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Black Knights will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Army! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry,
I think my team knows I'm leaving for the year.
And you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way to it.
I think it really comes down to their key
Hey, 1 and 10.
David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
1 and 10. I get the first pick in the draft, don't I?
Hustled by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Navy offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out in response.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. With the catch, it's Richard. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the opposite for a big loss.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big
How the hell I got 4 people on my worst game?
Get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And Navy will
I better get like goddamn 8 people if I'm playing with USC or my Florida squad.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice
Let's just run this shit out. Get out of here.
Really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
When you're on
Shouldn't have
offense,
chose
you
White.
see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation.
Not that it would have mattered.
To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap one space, works to perfection here.
Turning it on.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs. Like a nice first down execution.
Why are you jumping the fucking air, bro? You wasting time.
They'll finally make the tackle, but
No reason to jump up.
was executed to perfection.
Out here doing dumbass shit.
We have an injury on that
For no reason.
play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right
Who the
now.
fuck jumps on a pitch?
Motion from the wideout. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Clayton. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground.
Oh, but I can't break a fucking
Inside
record.
the 30 down to 29 and picks up a first down.
Meow, meow, meow.
Physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. Give to the fullback.
No
Trying
chance.
to keep those big legs churning, but he'll
3
be
people
stopped for a
in
loss.
front of him when he gets the ball.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going. But
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Here's the handoff.
Don't know when I'll be.
And that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. Let's take a quick look.
I don't even care if it's a coordinator position. I'm leaving.
Playoff race is shaping up.
Gotta run this shit in the dirt and run my course.
As we enter the fourth quarter,
My family can't take another season with all 60s.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass.
Where you at?
Looking in the
Nope.
end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I don't care if you're dying.
That kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Wow.
And he cruises
Make a play, big fella.
into the house. Touchdown, midshipman. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking for space. It's Watkin. Pushes ahead.
He almost broke all 3 tackles.
Mark it at the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth
Amazing.
quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're
Best
gonna
running back
football,
in the
but just
nation.
be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelled the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive, downhill, went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
And there he goes. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Richard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. Looking for a gap. It's Booker. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Fucking threw his little ass.
Understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession game. Take away all the deep stuff.
Every play he come up off the field, grabbing his chest.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give and tick, 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 tick. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Oh, they put the backup in.
They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Black Knights come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Perhaps you're not aware